Wild day of golf around the world. Senior PGA Championship. Bernhard Langer surpasses Jack Nicklaus and now has more senior majors than anyone in history of the tour. His second in 2 weeks and 9th overall. Langer wins the Senior PGA. Dean and DeLuca Invitational. Kevin Kisner is now a two-time winner on the PGA Tour. In fact, he secures his 8th top 2 finish in the last 3 years. He holds on to beat Jordan Spieth, Jon Rahm, and Sean O'Hare by 1. Great drama around the world. Golf Central is on the air.
Golf Central. Brought to you by Titleist.
Welcome into Golf Central. Ryan Burr along with 2 PGA Tour winners, Billy Kratzer and Brian Bateman. It is indeed why golf is the greatest reality television show on TV. It just doesn't get better. You don't know what's going to happen. Let's start with the one major being played today. That is the Senior PGA Championship. There's so much at stake for Bernhard Langer. One more major. He surpasses the great immortal Jack Nicklaus, most majors in the history of the Senior Tour. He was chasing VJ by 1 shot to start the day, and right out of the get-go, Langer coming up big there, 2-putt for birdie. He's tied with VJ at 15 under. VJ at 9, the drivable par 4, Billy.
Yeah, and going with the driver. A lot of players have been going with less than driver, maybe a 3-wood, but VJ staring this one down, just kind of looking at it, and gets a favorable kick. And that one is going to work its way up to the back, but not quite done yet. It worked its way back down, and VJ would have that left for eagle here at the night.
A huge opportunity. Meanwhile, Langer at 9, taking the more conventional approach, Brian.
Yeah, deciding not to hit driver here at the 9th. 78 yards, going right at the flagstick, but the fairways are soft. You can see it spins all the way back outside of 20 feet.
Langer first for birdie.
Should have gotten a good read on the spin coming down the hill, but a beautiful putt up the hill, breaking to the left. No doubt for Bernhard Langer.
16 under, good for a 1-shot lead. VJ, however, Billy, as we talked about, it is a putt
for eagle to take the lead. And maybe a little bit of a misread right there, and you would think that VJ would have gained a stroke on Langer, but yet they both make birdie 3.
16 under, co-leader now. VJ at 13, the par 5.
This was a nifty shot here. Actually got a break. That ball plugged in the side of the grass.
So VJ to 17 under, Billy. Langer to match.
And again, when it looks like VJ's going to gain a stroke on him, Ryan, he just doesn't do it because of Langer's putter.
Now the heart of a lion. Langer now at 16. His second from 184, Brian.
It's a beautiful iron shot here from Bernhard. Taking it way up in the air, moving it from right to left. He just kept applying pressure. Ryan would not make any mistakes. That one went to about 10 feet.
And it is hard to imagine that the putter was once a weakness, because it is now a strength.
Yeah, and you look at these putts, and they're just going in the center of the cup.
So Langer to 18 under, another look.
Yeah, I mean, he's so steady, so calm. The transition of the putter head is just perfect.
1-shot lead, 2 to play. VJ, speaking of the putter, Brian.
He came up about 5 feet short with his first putt, and this was really the undoing of VJ Singh. We saw a lot of misses from him today. That would be a 3-putt bogey.
And that would be that. Drops 2 shots back. So VJ now at the par 5 18th. His second.
Yeah, I had 227, Ryan. Had to make something happen, and you can see the look away. Usually when a player does that, they lose it to the right, and that's exactly what VJ did.
Langer, after laying up 116, 2-shot lead.
Basic shot here, Ryan. Middle of the green, 2-shot lead. No reason to even bring in the left-hand side of that hole location. So typical Bernhard Langer, playing the percentages, playing his game.
And the fist bump.
knows it.
It tells you it all, indeed. So here you go, a chance to watch history.
Yeah, when VJ didn't pitch it in, 2 putts would secure the win. Great champion.
So Bernhard Langer, 2 weeks ago, he had 7 major championships. He now has 9, because in 2 weeks he's picked up 2 more majors at the age of 59. Bernhard Langer has never, ever been better, winning the 78th KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship 18 under and passes Jack Nicklaus. So you take a look. There is your list. And for now, until someone comes up and grabs him, it is Langer that is ahead of some of the all-time greats in the history of golf and certainly in the history of senior golf. And it begs the question, and we'll continue to talk about this, Father Time's undefeated. That's always been what we said. I might have to give Father Time his first loss ever because Langer at 59 is just defying all the odds. How is he doing this?
Well, you look at the way that he approaches the game. He, very, very much a tactician on the golf course, but he's in great shape. He's very flexible. He knows exactly what he can do on the golf course. He really doesn't try to play outside of his lane, which I think is very important. And you addressed the putter. He's putting as well as he's ever putted. He's made the adjustment. He no longer could anchor, so he just moved it away just a little bit, and the results are the same as when he changed from anchoring it. And I mean, it
arguably better.
I know it. And we thought that it may taper off a little bit, but it hasn't tapered off one bit.
I think today's round was a microcosm of his career because every time that Vijay Singh thought that he was going to pick up a shot on Bernhard Langer, he would make the 20-footer. He would get up and down from somewhere else. Just shows the competitor that Bernhard Langer is, never gives up, plays his own game. Congratulations to him on an unbelievable week when everything was at stake, especially with Vijay Singh staring him shot for shot on the back nine. Hats off to Bernhard. What a week.
What a week, but I get back to the 59 going on 60. At some point, you are supposed to slow down, and statistically, winning back-to-back majors, he is still getting better, Billy.
He is getting better, but you look at some of these guys. You look at a Hale Irwin. You look at a Bernhard Langer. You look at these guys that are ultra competitive. I think that's the key. They are so competitive. They're just not willing to pass the baton. They're going to keep it. They're going to hold it as long as they possibly can. And Langer, he's not going to relinquish that. He's not going to give it up. He's going to keep it as long as he possibly can. I thought this was going to be a very stern test for him today, going up against VJ, paired with VJ, and he came out on top.
He still has to go beat the Steve Strickers, the John Daly's, guys from a different era that hit it way past him that should be better.
He's played against them, and he's doing it. I mean, I don't care what kind of resume you come out with on this PGA Tour Champions. I tell you what, you better bring some game if you're going to beat Bernhard Langer. It's just that simple. And if you think that you're just going to roll out of bed when you turn 50 just because you have a great resume and you're going to go out there and win on that tour, no way.
Well, whatever he is eating, I'd like to order that because clearly it is working for Bernhard Langer. We will hear from the 9-time major champion on the PGA Tour Champions coming up later in the show. Plus, we'll transition to the Dean and DeLuca Invitational on the PGA Tour, where Kevin Kisner goes head-to-head with that guy, the defending champ Jordan Spieth, making a run bogey-free. We'll show you how Spieth almost ended up in a playoff with that guy, the 22-year-old Spaniard, Jon Rahm.
Golf Central is brought to you by Titleist, the #1 ball at the Dean and DeLuca Invitational. Shipsticks, the largest golf bag shipping company in the world, simplifying the way you travel.